Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Tonight it's January 30th, 2026, and what I got here is a magnet motor. Before I built this generator here, which did not work, then I built a spring motor, which doesn't work. And everybody told me on these videos, use magnets. Magnets is the way to go. And I was going to use these flywheels here. And I started making an order on eBay for a couple $1,000s, these really strong magnets. And I got to thinking, well, being that's made of metal, it might not work properly. So I decided to scale it down into this here. So before we're going to tear it complete. Before I start it, I'm going to totally tear it totally down to prove there's no wires, no batteries, nothing inside here. And for the people that give me bad reviews, I'd appreciate it if they watch the whole thing. If they watch the whole thing and they don't like it, feel free to give bad reviews. It's fine with me. Then my son does all my editing on my videos. I told him no editing on this. I want this as true as possible. And while we're doing this, I'll give you some interesting fun facts. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. Okay, here it goes. Well, anyway, this is the amazing magnet motor. And I even got, it's like a little 1 amp generator. And I'm not going to fire this up till the end, but at the end we'll put a pulley on here and put a pulley on this little generator, see if we can't get a light bulb to light or something like that. And I got everything marked, so when I tear it all apart, you can see there's nothing hidden inside there. So first of all, let's go ahead and take these tires off. I'm gonna do a lot of talking, so there's no editing in this. But the only true perpetual motion engine that's in existence, this is a true fact, it is in the Royal Society in London, England. You can look this up. It's like made out of a bike tire rim. It has like 3 magnets in it, and there's a few wires in there. And it makes like 1 revolution every 4 or 5 seconds. And after a year or a year and a half, somewhere in there, they got to take it in to get service. When it actually slows down and stops after a year and a half, and they take it in. It's called a Dreadco, DREADCO. It's kind of neat. There's videos of it out there, but they take it in, quote unquote, for maintenance, but actually they take it back so it gets recharged. But that's the only true perpetual motor there is in existence, far as I know. And let's talk about back in the industrial age. Like, them guys, in my mind, were true geniuses, because they never had smartphones. They never had laptops, computers. They had never had none of that stuff. And them guys, built the industrial age, the big factories, steam locomotives, cars. They never had none of the stuff that what people use today. Just amazing. It just still amazes me how them guys made all that stuff back in the day. And you can think of, they made all that and all they used was their minds. They never had help from computers and AI. This fascinates me, how they did all that stuff. And all these they're like rims off toy tractors, and I got like little weights on the inside. And this is all rubber. They act as like flywheels, I guess. And this is just a threaded ready rod. But yeah, I came so close. I think the order total, they were like river magnets and really super powerful magnets. I was going to order like about 20 of them, and it was almost like $2,500. Good thing I didn't do that, because this time of year, small engine shops are usually kind of busy in the wintertime because, fixing snowblowers and stuff. But around this part of the country, we haven't really gotten any snows. Then last year, our total snowfall last year was like 5.5 inches. It was really crazy. So it's pretty slow this year, down south, Well, this is going to be aired February 2nd. But them guys down south and to the east, they got that huge snow and ice storm. Them guys are probably really busy down there fixing snow blowers and generators and everything because everybody lost that power and everything. Feel sorry for them guys. These are just wood screws holding this thing together. And see, as you can see, it's just wood, and I got plastic bushings for less friction, and I got everything marked. On this side here, that's 2. That's so when I put it back together again, I'll put it back together again, right? And on this side here, there's a 1 and a 1. No holes, no batteries, no wires. Another plastic bushing. And on this tire over here, it's just a rim off them toy tractors you get. And it's got this weight in the center. No batteries, no wires. Okay, pull this out. Then these gears are plastic gears. They're for rebuild kits for actuators that lift up more decks. Then this 1/4 inch, 7/16 inch head nuts. And see how I got them offset? And these magnets here came off of AFX slot cars. Like I was born in '66. And back, when we were teenagers back in the late 70s, early 80s, they never had, cell phones, Game Boys. They had none of that stuff. So for entertainment, Me and my best friend, we used to race slot cars. In fact, to this day, I got a slot car track upstairs. To this day, when he comes and visits me, we still race the doggone thing, because that's what we did when we were kids. But anyways, I tried all different kinds of magnets. In between these AFX slot car magnets, I'll take the wood off here. See how I have it marked here? 112233. Take every board off. No wires. No batteries. Center one here. Just a chunk of wood. And this end one here. Plain piece of wood. It's got the number on it, so I know how to put it back together again. Then these here. You're going to say, why does he only have 4 magnets? Well, I tried different ways. One of my experiments, I had 8 magnets in here, and these are pin magnets. You got your north and your south. You can either push or pull. And all I got is a little piece of, like a nail cut in half. That's just to hold them together. And I got them marked, like this one here has a 1 on it. This one here has a 2 on it. And I made these so you can slide the magnets up and down to adjust them. Each one is like that. They're all adjustable. But I've tried it with 8 magnets. I tried it with 2 magnets. And the best it performed was with 1 magnet. Or 1 magnet. 4 magnets. See, there's no editing, so I'm probably going to screw up every now and then. But you got 4 magnets. And I'll show the other side real quick. Has a 2 on it, so I know these 2 go together. It's got a nail cut off. No wires, no batteries. Just a piece of wood, pine wood. And like I said, I made them so you can adjust all this stuff. And I've tried it. 2 magnets with north and north, and 2 magnets south and south. I tried every combination. And the best results I got, I'll pull one out. And I tried different magnets on, I made different ones. I glued magnets in here. Well, let me set this up here. And the reason I made them so they're like this, they're kind of down on one end, and that's just that I'll get the glue I used. It's just JB Quick. That's what I use to glue the magnets in. It's not no special conduct stuff or anything like that. I'll just kind of set this up here. It's not sitting quite level, but see that go like this, and the magnet wants to bring it together. So you turn it around. See how it pulls it? That's why they're offset, and these they're all equal. So when it gets off one, you'll do that one there, and it'll come back. You'll keep on pushing them. See how that works? So that's the best contraption I made that would give it the best pulling power, if that makes sense. So that it wants to suck it up in there, but we want it to revolutionize this way. So you pull it. I wish there was some kind of a spray you could use, like in a wind tunnel for cars and stuff, for aerodynamics on cars, where you can spray and you just watch kind of like that force field, how magnets work. Ain't that cool how it does that? Pretty neat. But this combination of magnets I use, because people say, oh, you got to use other magnets and stuff. But I try to experiment with a whole bunch of different magnets, and this is the best combination. So you only have to hold it like about a ½ inch away from it. And they're offset. So when the magnet gets off that one, it's going to go right back to this one. And I tried different timings on it, and that was the best timing I could come up with. So when it gets off one, this side's going to take over. So the whole idea with the flywheels, you keep the revolution going. Does that make sense? But see, there's a downfall of that too. So we're getting off that. So it wants to bring that up. But when that other magnet comes, it wants to bring it back down. See that? No trickery here. There's no wires. There's no wires. Look, piece of foam. No hidden batteries. No nothing. You know, I don't know how to explain this any better than what I'm doing. There's no trickery here. No AI. I hate AI. So when you just got, you're gonna have that little bit of resistance off the one coming up. See that? So I'm going to put this pin back in there. No trickeries, just wooden magnets and a little nail holding the top together. That's the only way I could figure out how to hold it together. So we'll put that like that. Now let's put it together. And I'm going to put it together right in front of you. There's no editing. That's what I'm going to keep on yakking. Okay. So let's take these two off here. Take these off. Let's set this right here so it's out of the way. Oh, and this here, just a piece of 2x6. No hidden cavities. And we're just screw holes for the screws. I use it twice, that's why there's 4 holes in there because I readjusted it. No wires sticking out. Got my screw gun here. Then another kind of fun fact. Einstein and Newton, them guys are just crazy geniuses. I mean, how could them guys figure all that stuff out way back in the day? Yeah, that's just amazing to me. How they figured all that stuff out way back in the day. And you know, this day and age, hope I don't pronounce his name wrong, but that Neil Gorensky, I believe it is. That guy, I believe that guy's a modern day genius. Oh shoot, screwed up. I gotta take all these off so I can put that shaft back in there. But that guy, He's a modern day genius in my book. It's amazing how them guys know everything about our solar system, about Earth and all the physics laws and everything. That's just crazy how them guys know all that stuff. Can you imagine you get all three of them in a room together, you know, he brought them two back from the past, or put Neil back in the vice versa, get them all in one room together. Like, what the heck would they even talk about? You know, they know everything about everything. You know, that'd be kind of interesting. They couldn't argue because they know everything. That'd be kind of an interesting thing. Like I said, I'm just yakking because there's no filters in this or nothing. Now I gotta loosen one of these up a little bit so I can get my boards back in here. All I did was just loosen that up. Oh geez, I'm so nervous I'm not even doing this right. Like I said, I'm gonna make a mistake because it's live but taped. I'm getting too nervous here. Oh no, I guess I didn't have to do that because I can take them apart. So, and no, I'm not secretly putting batteries in. Okay, so we got this one here. Pop it apart. Put it into place. Then we got the other one here. Then on my video on the generator and the video on the spring motor, I get a lot of bad comments. Well, we're just doing it for clickbait to make money on this stuff. Well, believe me, the money I got in that generator, I'd need 5-10 million views just to pay for the parts on that. And my channel is not about making money. It's just, my channel is about, I'm always fascinated with small engines and how stuff works. I'm not a big channel, you know, I have like 17,000 subscribers or something like that. I'm not a big channel. The main reason I'm doing it is to help people out. I haven't raised my shop rate. I haven't raised my shop rate since the pandemic started. I just do this stuff to help people out. I'm not taking money away from other shops. It's just that pandemic changed the views of a lot of people, especially changed the views of me, because people were struggling. And in fact, people are still struggling today. They can't afford to take, you know, would you rather feed your family or get your doggone lawnmower fixed at a shop? I'm doing it for that. Then plus, some parts of the country, shops are booked for 2-3 months, you know, in advance, and your lawnmower breaks in June. Excuse me. Your lawnmower breaks in June, and well, we'll get it done August 1st. Well, shoot, your grass is going to grow for 2 months. You know, I'm not doing this channel to get rich. I'm doing this channel to help people out. That's what my full intention was. I got great kids. I'm proud of my kids, and I asked my kids if they want to take over the shop, and they all have different plans in life, which is great, you know. So this all happened around the beginning of the pandemic, so I figured, well, shoot, might as well just, you know, show people how to fix stuff. You know, the guys that make money on the YouTube channel, them the guys that have hundreds of thousands the subscribers, and they got good sponsors, you know. There's this lady down, and I believe it's Oklahoma. She has a great channel. I enjoy watching her channel. There's a guy in Indiana. He has a great lawnmower channel. I enjoy watching him. I don't mind getting bad reviews on lawnmower stuff because I'm just a dumb hick fixing stuff. Some of these guys, you know, are true professionals. And they have all, you know, the specific names on what you call stuff, you know. I'm just a guy that just enjoys fixing stuff, and I just share it with everybody. But no, I don't get rich doing this. I just enjoy doing it. But the reason I'm doing this here is to show you people what's going on. So gotta keep that kind of loose. So now I just gotta go here and adjust these, and I'm gonna set all the magnets like about a 1/16. Get these lined up. About a 1/16 to an eighth inch from the magnets. Make it so they don't hit. And make it so, you know, axle spins nice. So then we'll put these tires back on. No trickeries, no trickeries. Now I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about. So hurry up so you guys don't get bored. But this day and age, you know what scares me this day and age? It is doggone AI crap. That's what kind of scares me now. You know, them guys can, I don't know, copy you or make you think you're talking to somebody and it's someone totally different. It's kind of scary, to me anyway. Alright, and let's put these washers and that's the holds the weights in there. Keep them tight so they don't spin off. I better do it so you can watch me do it. Just put the washer on and I'm just tightening up the nut now. There. Okay. And I got this old antique RPM meter. When we get spinning, we'll put it on here and we'll tell the RPM on it, okay? Then once we get it going, we'll put a pulley on here and hook up this magnet. All right. Well, guess what, guys? I'll give up the bit right now. These things are BS. You cannot make these things run. See, it wants to go, but it can't. You know why? You have no pulse. There's no pulse. Like any kind of an engine, you need that. When the piston comes up and you have that compressed air and gas mixture in the spark, it gives it that propulsion. There's no propulsion, so it equals itself out. It's just like the spring motor. It's just like my big, gigantic generator that I spent way too much time on. It's all a joke. Now, there are people out there just cussing at me right now. If anyone would like to believe in this stuff, I'd love to believe in this stuff because I like tinker around with this kind of stuff. You know, just here's another little fun fact. Back in the day, you know, the vacuum light bulbs that had the big element in them. You know, you get the big 120 watt, whatever. You couldn't even touch them to take them out. It'd burn your fingers. You'd have your light, your three-way light going in your living room, your lamp. You turn the light on the hallway, and they drew so much power that the light would dim a little bit. So then they went to the little fluorescent bulbs. Oh, you just save 50%, save 75% with them fluorescent bulbs. Then they come out with the LED bulbs, right? LED bulbs. Hardly use any power. You stick with them just one little LED light. You can stick a potato and it'll light up. But do you ever notice your electric bill never went down? That's another little fun fact. But you lose power in a storm or anything like that, and when you're out without power for a day or two, and when it comes back on, you do really appreciate the electric company. But anyways, I just want to, all this stuff is fake. I wish it wasn't, but it is. It's just, when I showed you, when I put the magnet on the top magnet, it'd go forward, but when it got close to the magnet below it, that's equal force, so it equals itself out. And I tried all different ways. It don't work. And all these people out there, why do they make these fake videos and have people believing they're true? The only ones that actually work, they're powered by something. If them guys, instead of waste their time making that fake crap, the way they have it, if they're using like a 9-volt battery, well, on a magnet motor, make it so you can generate a little power to power your magnet so it actually does, spend your time doing something like that. Try something different. They even got kids reading scripts off the side of the camera saying they invented a magnet motor. Kids, so these kids are going to grow up through life thinking lies are all right. It's just sad. I can't believe YouTube allows this stuff on there. I really don't. But I just want to do this and explain to you. I did everything possible. I did everything possible on this. I did everything possible on my spring motor. I did everything possible on my big generator. There's no free energy. I'm sorry to say that. People are going to hate me for saying that. But it's true. The only one in existence is that Dreadco, and they have to charge that thing up every year and a half, 2 years. They have to recharge it up. And it goes one revolution every 4 or 5 seconds. So what the hell is that going to power? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I might get a lot of haters for this, but if you have a bad comment, go ahead and give it to me, but watch the whole thing first. That's all I ask. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Anyway, this will be aired Monday. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.